one has a failed battery. This one I am going to test in this video. I'm not going to fix it. It's going to be a future video. But this one, I am going to pull its motherboard. Welcome to a future video. Let's see how long it lasts. Okay, I'm impatient. Oh, it just died. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to be replacing the battery in this. It finally happened. For those of you who didn't watch the last video, this is a phone. Well, I know it's a phone. For those of you who didn't watch the last video, this is a Galaxy S6 Edge. The battery has completely failed in it. You unplug it and it runs for like 15 seconds and then dies. So I'm going to be replacing the battery in it. And these are, at least in my previous experience opening the other two, it is very easy to peel off the coloring from the back of the back. Now, from the back of the back, that doesn't make any sense. It's very easy to peel off the coloring, and that does look cool, and I did that intentionally on the white one. For this one, I just want to leave it the stock color. I already have one that's clear. I'd like to have one that just looks original. So I'm going to try to be careful not to completely remove the coloring, but, you know, there's only so much I can do. Let's get a tool in here. Well, we definitely lost a bit of the coloring around the edges, which I think I might be able to find some way to touch that up with like a marker or something to make it look close to normal, but for the most part, I got this back off intact. I did not crack it. I didn't lose all the coloring. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna get all of the adhesive off of the inside of the phone. I feel like I'm getting better at this. Like, that might be a sign that I'm repairing too many of these and I should try repairing something else that isn't an S6 Edge, but whatever. Let's get the screws out. Are you kidding me? There's a third type of battery for these. I have 3 of these, right? All of them have different looking batteries. That's weird. Okay, well. This screw, I think this screw is out all the way. I didn't remove it because it's like too sunken in and I couldn't get a grip on it. But yeah, that's completely out, so that shouldn't be what's... Oh. Something weird happened there. Oh my god, no, that's... Dang it. That looks like the coloring separating from the screen bezel. That's not good. What happened there? I'll be back in a few minutes when I investigate. That took way too much effort. So the frame and the screen were stuck together, and pulling it apart caused the screen's bezel to delaminate. Now, what happened here was the headphone jack assembly right here was stuck to the back of the frame. Even after removing the screw, it stayed stuck in the screw hole, and it wouldn't come out, and that it was pulling up on the headphone jack assembly. Right here, the headphone jack assembly is screwed to the front frame, and so it was pulling the front frame away from the screen, and it was causing this. Fortunately, I did test this. The display itself has had a very, very fortunate escape. However, there's basically no way to fix this. It doesn't stop the phone from working, but it looks horrible, and there's no way to fix it without replacing the screen. That's more than the whole phone is worth. So it's just gonna look like this forever because it wasn't, I don't know, it didn't fit together right or something. That's sad. I'm still gonna move on because at this point, like, the damage is done. I might as well put the new battery in, but this is really unfortunate. Its phone is just gonna look ugly forever. But it does work, so let's just continue. First step would be to disconnect all of the cables going to the motherboard, starting with the battery. This battery is dead. It's not really providing much power, but it's still important to make sure that there's no power going to the motherboard while you're disconnecting other cables, because having them still be connected gives you the potential to maybe fry something. And the reason I had to remove the motherboard in order to get at the battery is because okay, there we go. The reason I had to remove the motherboard to get at the battery is because the cable for the battery runs under the motherboard. It's a bit of a strange design, not 100% sure why they made it like that, but it is what it is. Now we have to remove the battery. This is a pain in the butt, but I will get it out. The first thing you have to do is get something between the battery and the frame. Oh, wait a minute. That's barely glued down. I think this battery has been replaced. I mean, it says Samsung on it, and I think it's a fake. Although it does say 2015. It's barely glued down. I don't really know what's going on. But either way, let's just peel off this old adhesive and put some new stuff on. So before I put my new battery in, it actually came with the original, well, not original, but the properly pre-cut adhesive that's correct for the battery. It does seem slightly too long for the actual battery compartment in this phone. Maybe they gave me adhesive for like an S6 Edge Plus or something, but it'll work. Definitely fits more than those like random bits of double-sided tape that I was using last time. Just stick this guy down into there. Oh, I finally got the battery connected going properly. I think the cable might have been manufactured at the wrong length or something. That's kind of embarrassing, but... Okay, we're gonna try to turn it on. Okay, by some miracle it actually worked. I mean, the question is, do these subkeys still work? I don't know, I'm a little suspicious that this one will work, because it got kind of pried up from the aforementioned issue with the frame. But it did boot, which is, you know, it's half the way. Subkey. Yes! It works! Okay, well, I gotta test everything else, but that's happy. I think that's basically all that I can test while still not having the frame on, because a lot of stuff like the speaker is on the frame, stuff like that. But let's get it shut off. There we go. I finally shorted the pins correctly and held it for long enough to get it to actually turn off. That out of the way. Now we will put the frame back on. Installing the frame on this phone was very annoying. I finally managed to get on. This looks horrible. It did. So many parts of this phone don't fit together properly. I think this frame might be aftermarket. Because like it just fits so weirdly. It doesn't fit around the headphone jack properly. Very annoying. Either way, I got it together and I put the screws in, and I guess I'm just gonna live with that screen damage. So I've put in the screws around the charging port and power button, which is all the ones I need in order to test it. Good. Still turns on. Now I'm going to test the vibrate motor and the speaker and all that stuff. So, yeah. Got it booted up. I'm just going to mention the test menu has a feature to test the speaker, and what it does is it just plays music at, like, full blast. Which is kind of annoying, but yeah, speaker works, vibrate motor works. I can test all of the buttons here. Yep. Okay. Boop. Okay. The phone does work other than this nonsense. So I've got the screws in. Going to install the new back. Oh, before I do that, I have to get the old adhesive off the back. So let's do that. Managed to clean up all the old glue. Oop, we'll stick the new stuff on and try not to immediately ruin it. So it's on, but it's not really secure. So what I'm going to do is use this plastic tool and just press it down so that it actually properly sticks onto the back of the phone. That should be mostly good. Just peel off the back. Now we stick it on the phone. At least the back is on. Seems reasonably secure. Make sure the phone turns on. I am really sad about this delamination. This phone was previously like really nice looking in good cosmetic shape, and now it's in really bad cosmetic shape. Especially bad once you consider all the like little bits of coloring that came off of the back. This phone now just looks kind of bad. At the very least, it is working now. It is holding a charge. You can see it managed to boot up completely on its... Oh, shut up. It managed to boot up completely on its own without being plugged in. So in that way, this worked, but it didn't. It definitely didn't go fully to plan. But, you know, things like that happen, and you have to be prepared for it, and I'm making this video anyway, so I guess so you can learn from it or something. Whatever. Hopefully, this should be the last video about Galaxy S6 Edges. I will probably sell one of the working ones and end up moving on to other phones, iPhones, newer Samsung, something like that, because I am kind of bored of these, and, you know, I'm very mad at this one now. So, I don't know, I think it'll be good to move on to something else. Potentially a newer Samsung where there is a different style of construction that makes it basically impossible to do that. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Not everything went to plan, but overall this phone is better than it was before, and I hope you enjoyed it. You should try watching my other videos. They're also equally bad and equally, I don't know, you should watch them. Bye.